かなマスターの皆さん、 BB ちゃんがコミックで登場です。アガルタの女、まあ私の魅力には一ミクロも及びませんけどね。フェイトグランドオーダーエピックオブネブナント、深海電脳ラクトセラフ、アガルタの女。
Hello everyone, and welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We have a bit of downtime, which is very rare that we're, like, fully caught up in everything. So as such, hey, look, there's a calendar, and look at this, we got a social media campaign because we're having the live stream, which I will be watching, not reacting to, because I've watched them otherwise, and they are not a lot of anything, right? It's a lot of stuff to just watch and chill with, you know, a few neat things. Hey, oh my god, this is my sister's favorite card. It's Ozzy, which is her favorite servant, with a koala. It's so good, look at him. And then there's what's his face giving a carrot to a kangaroo. Agravain. As I briefly exchange pleasantries with the refreshing sunlight, I calmly caress a helpless creature. I allow myself to go into a gentle slumber, and time passes by. This too is a fitting way for a king to spend his time. He loves this koala so much. I love it. I love it, I love it. Anyways, give me those. Thank you. And, alright, so, like I said, we got that downtime, and I have a lot of interludes to get through. Now, the ones that we're going to do, we're going to focus on ones that actually upgrade servants that I'm going to use, right? Because we got a good number here, and I'll show you them all just to show, like, what we have coming up. Because I do want the ones that are specifically upgrades for the ones that I like and use quite a bit. I already see one right there that I have to do, and it's pretty short, so we'll definitely be doing that one. But yeah, so, oh my god, there's so many. Because, of course, these have story, and I can't do them off screen. Like, I do the rank ups off screen, right? But the one we're going to start with, because it's nice and short, and 5-star that I use quite a bit. The Ivan the Terrible Murasaki Shikibu. What is this? This is a new one. This one just came out too, so we'll see what's going on with Ivan and Murasaki Shikibu. The beautiful Great Library of Alexandria. That is the longest title I've ever seen. Calm down. My poor body. Ah, my poor mind. What could have happened to transform me so grotesquely? I may have been known as terrible in my time, but I'd never imagined I would actually become so literally. And yet, my soul stirs with the desire to serve all of humanity. It seems I must ask my faithful underling, or rather, my beloved master, about this change in my circumstances. Why am I an elephant? You're just bringing this up now? Mash has nothing to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just so taken aback that I was genuinely at a loss for words. I'm sorry, Ivan. Is it okay if I call you Ivan? Indeed it is. I see no need for formalities here. Still, I have thought my body seemed strangely heavy for a while, and I also thought my tusks were getting a little long in the tooth. Literally. At any rate, the question remains, why am I an elephant? It's a long story. Yes, a very, very long story. No matter. Start at the beginning. Okay, then. Are we telling him the story of the Lostbelt? I see. Oh yeah. So I was fused with demonic beasts. Now I understand that must have been a most trying time for both of you. Yes, it was. I will not ask that you forget what happened, but I will not tell you to let it hold you back. After all, your battle is far from over. All that aside, it sounds as though my archive did not exist in this Lostbelt place. Archive? Do you mean your legendary library? Indeed I do. It contained all manner of books from throughout history, including a number of grimoires. It was a tremendous cultural achievement, and my pride and joy. Wait, hold up. Wait. Library of Alexandria. I'm Googling. Where was it? In Alexandria, Egypt? What? But what does that have to do with... What does that have to do with Russia? I typed in Ivan and nothing came up. What about Russia? Nothing. What does Russia have to do with the Library of Alexandria? Unfortunately, it was burned to the ground after my death, and any books that remained were scattered far and wide. Wait. Because, yeah, wasn't it during the Roman period? What is Ivan the Terrible, Library of Alexandria? What does he have to do with it? The Lost Library of Ivan. Oh, wait, hold up. The Lost Library of the Moscow Tsars, also known as the Golden Library, a library speculated to be assembled by Duke Ivan the Third, the Great, in the 16th century, also known as the Library of Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible, who is credited with the disappearance of this library. Did they say? Oh no, this isn't the Library of Alexandria. I didn't know there was another legendary library. Okay. Huh. The Lost Library is thought to contain rare Greek, Latin, and Egyptian works from the libraries of Constantinople and Alexandria, so he got stuff from it, as well as 2nd century Chinese texts and manuscripts from Ivan IV's own era. The library has been historically located as underneath the Kremlin, and became a source of interest for researchers, archaeologists, treasure hunters, and historical figures such as Emperor Peter the Great and Napoleon Bonaparte. Under Ivan the Terrible's rule, tales of the library grew. Legends associated with the library include the collection formed part of the dowry of Sophia P, the second wife of Ivan III, and a member of the Byzantine Imperial Dynasty. Ivan IV, the Terrible, cursed the library before his death, causing blindness to those that came to locating the books. Ivan attempted to have scholars translate the ancient texts in order to gain knowledge of black magic. Oh my god, history is so freaking cool. I love that this game just teaches me stuff. So it would seem we don't have any records on your library in our databases either. All it says is that mages have been trying to find it for a very long time. They must have been searching for my grimoires and their accompanying instruments. I did gather quite a lot of them after all. It looks like there was even one family who kept searching for a particular book across 3 generations, with only the barest of leads to go on. Speaking of books, well, I am certainly glad that Chaldea's database has managed to preserve some books in digital form. It seems I will not get the chance to turn the pages of a paper book again, at least not while the world is in its present state. Also, you have massive hands. You'll need that giant Attack on Titan book that they published. The one that's so big you need like 3 people to turn a page. They call it the Titan-sized volume. That's crazy. Why would they do that? You could buy that. And don't be so sure, we do have a library. What do you mean? I know. As a matter of fact, Novum Chaldea now has its very own library underneath the 1st floor. Does it now? He just never learned. If you're interested, I'd be glad to show you the way. To be fair, I don't see this dude just exploring the halls very often for the fact that he is too big. Where does King Protea go? In Novum Chaldea, I bet you she just stays in spirit form. Yes, please do. She must just chill out in spirit form because there's no way otherwise. Another peaceful day in the library. It is just the right amount of people. Not too many and not too few. I swear, if the phrase elephant in the room comes up, I'm going to laugh so hard. It may no longer be as popular as it was when it was a hot new thing, but there remains a steady crowd of book lovers who visit regularly. Not only that, today I get to read a brand new work from the great William Shakespeare. All while enjoying a plate of Japanese sweets Lady Tomoe Gozen made to practice her baking. This is truly shaping up to be a perfect afternoon. Interesting. Oh my, what a shocking development. I can't believe he brought in a guest character from Macbeth. That would be a Shakespeare thing to do. Shakespeare almost has a shared universe at times. I took a university class on Shakespeare. My teacher basically said Shakespeare is the closest thing to, like, mainstream pop fiction. Like MCU now. But of the time. I can scarcely wait to turn the next page and see how it ends. And yet at the same time, I can't help but wish it would never end. Just get Will to make another. But then I suppose the two conflicting emotions are the mark of any good book. Yeah, here he comes. Oh my, are those footsteps? It's me, Ubu. Why are you trying to be cute? I mean, it is I. Lord Ivan the Terrible. I have just learned of this underground library's existence and have come to pay it a quiet, unofficial visit. Feel free to continue reading your book. I will find my own way around. Oh, no, I couldn't. As Chaldea's librarian, I have a duty to give new visitors a proper tour. Is that so? Very well then, lead the way. Of course, please follow me. His big steps. Peeking. That sweet bean jelly looks real good. Phew. Please try to focus on the matter at hand, Senpai. And that, with the exception of the storeroom, is the library. I see. Is there something not to your satisfaction? Oh, I was just thinking about how much this library's contents differ from my archive. Something you find it a bit disappointing? No, it is not that. Most of the books I collected were ancient philosophical texts, grimoires, and treatises on various subjects. I had always meant to translate them into my mother tongue so I could gain even greater wisdom, but it seems such books are few and far between here. They must... I know they get summoned to speak the language of where they're at, right? I assume they speak English in Novum Chaldea? I don't actually know. I mean, you'd say Japanese game, they speak Japanese. But do they have knowledge of all languages? Like, fluently? I wonder. I wonder if the Grail gives them that. Well, no, because they go to the different Lostbelts, or, sorry, singularities. The word singularity has been removed from my brain, and the word Lostbelt always comes up first. They go to the singularities, and they speak the local languages, right? So I assume they must have at least knowledge of most common languages. So that would, like, get in the way. Like, he would just have no longer need to translate. Huh. True, not many patrons check out philosophy books or treatises. Okay, did I? That's not treaty. That's what is a treatise? What is that?
Treatise.
Treatise. Okay, I've never heard that word before. Written work dealing formally and systematically with the subject. Oh, so it's an essay. Okay. And as a rule, books in the archives are only meant to be read there and may not be checked out. Also, unfortunately, I'm afraid we have very little in the way of grimoires or books on magecraft. I'm so sorry. I know almost nothing about Western magecraft or sorcery. All that aside, it seems to me this library still has room for further expansion. Well, yes, this space was all constructed using magecraft, so there is plenty of room left to expand. Very good. Master, I have made up my mind. I am going to gather more books with which to further expand this library, and you are going to help me. Oh, more books? Indeed. This library holds great potential. It deserves to be a singular collection with collections... Wait, what? Singular collection with collections and rare books from every corner of the globe. One that is at least every bit the equal of my archive. Oh, my, that would be absolutely wonderful, but I'm afraid, well... Yes, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Ivan, as it really is a lovely idea, but we're just not allowed to bring back books or other important objects from ray shifts. That goes double for especially rare and notable books and grimoires.
True. However, I have an idea to get around that. Surely it cannot take much data to digitize a book. Therefore, we should be able to bring back any books we find in digital form, and then simply recreate them as physical copies.
You're basically Project Gutenberging the historical works. It's not counterfeiting. After a certain point in time, the copyright runs out and it's open domain, right?
I suppose it might be. However, humanity itself is currently on the verge of annihilation. Thus, as lovers of the written word, it is our right, nay, our duty to gather as many books as we can.
That's right. Piracy doesn't matter when it's so far out that there's no way to get it otherwise. I like the way you think, Ivan the Terrible. Who's this?
Voice.
Oh, hey, it's Iskandar.
I see. You and I may not share a direct connection, but as an avid reader who once made the Library of Alexandria a household name around the world, I just couldn't stay away from an endeavor such as this. I see. Does this mean you too will help me to expand this library, Iskandar, descendant of the great Zeus?
That's interesting. That's an interesting point of topic, considering where we're going soon.
You need even ask? My chariot can take us anywhere we wish to go in a single leap. Of course, preserving books as data instead of just taking them by force isn't nearly as exciting from a conqueror's perspective. But circumstances being what they are, I suppose I can't complain.
Oh gosh, this is all becoming a far greater ordeal than I had expected. Which isn't to say I wouldn't also love to grow my library further, because I absolutely would, but still. Oh gosh.
Well then, shall we? Indeed we shall.
It looks like there's no turning back now, Murasaki Shikibu. So it would seem.
By the way, Murasaki Shikibu, does this library have a proper name?
Huh? Yes, it's known as the Underground Library.
I see. Such modesty may be common among dignitaries in the Far East where you come from. But if we are to collect books from all across the world here, a name as pedestrian as Underground Library will never do. I see. After all, this place is about to become a second Library of Alexandria. In fact, now that I mention it, I see now this library's new name will have to include Great Library of Alexandria.
I suppose you're right.
Very well then. I shall try my hand at naming it. The Ivan the Terrible Great Library of Alexandria. I like the sound of that.
Agreed, but I'm afraid there's still a crucial name missing. Huh? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Not to worry. I've of course already thought of that. It is only proper that the rightful owner's name also be included. Therefore, this library shall henceforth be known as the Ivan the Terrible Murasaki Shikibu the Beautiful Great Library of Alexandria. Done and done.
Out cold. Oh, she's just done. Murasaki, speak to us, Murasaki. This is really silly. Oh my god, we're actually race shifting to get these books, huh? We're actually going into... Okay. Here we are, London, innit?
It is unfortunate that Murasaki Shikibu could not be here with us due to her sudden and inexplicably feeling unwell.
Don't worry, she'll be overjoyed to see our triumphant return with so many books and so much data that she'll be back to her old self in no time. I've got to figure out a way to change that name or she might never recover. This is Mash Curiolite, handling the comms for this race shift. We set your first destination as London in the hope that you'd be able to find plenty of rare books here. Oh? There's a lot of pressure in the air here. Yes, there is. I can see it on my monitor here as well. I'm afraid you'll just have to manage it as best you can, Master. By the way, Ivan and Iskandar, I managed to uncover some data from 19th century London. There's an old bookstore not too far from your current position that should have rare books in stock. Then let's get plundering. Too far. Dial it back a notch. But plundering, I really can't endorse that.
They are right, great king. Plundering is solely a last resort. In times of peace, it is only right that books be obtained with money rather than force.
Only problem is, we don't have any money.
Plundering it is.
Oh, this might be my favorite interlude we've done, honestly.
Welcome! Let's kill it.
Dial it back, dial it back. Strongly seconded. It hasn't shown any signs of hostility so far. Please, let's just hear it out.
Very well, Mash, if you insist. Go on, Master. I grant you permission to begin demon negotiations.
Sorry about that. Old plundering habits die hard for men like us.
Welcome. Anything I can help you find today?
Yeah, we're looking for rare books.
You're right this way, then. Just a moment. Oh, well now. I am greatly surprised to see a complete copy of the original Gutenberg Bible in a shop such as this.
Well. A new translation of the Iliad, huh?
I've only read a few pages here and there so far, but this seems to be quite an interesting version.
Let's get this one too, Master. Excuse me.
Yes?
We were actually hoping to copy these books instead of buying them.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but I understand the situation. How does that work? Though I must say, I cannot imagine these copies will have anything equal to the love that went into making the originals.
I mean, I get that, but still.
So here's an idea. You and I fight each other in mortal combat. If you win, I will allow you to copy the book's data.
Plundering it is.
That it is.
Is it just me, or do they both seem more animated now? Yeah, it's because we're almost in a battle.
I have been reading these books for over 200 years, long after...
Wait, what? Yeah, I've been reading these books for over 200 years, long after I became nothing but skin and bones, and eventually dust.
I have read grimoires and rare books of every conceivable shape, size, and color. I've even read books that move about on their own. If you want to create an unauthorized digital facsimile of my collection, then do your worst.
How do you even know what all that is?
I've always been on top of the latest trends. Now come on, let's take this outside. After all, I'd die if anything were to happen to my books.
This is remarkably silly, and I am greatly enjoying this. We have to use this Iskandar. That's kind of cool. So let's go to our... let's grab you, and we're going to switch out you for the big boy.
Where's the big boy? I need the big boy.
Am I blind? Where is he? Oh, it's at bond level. That's why I'm like, wait, what? No, we need class. There's Ivan. I'm going to bring up Ivan here. This is going to be Team Big. The big team. I love it. And let's give you... Turn this to default. And let's see... Okay, so we can give you a 9 for now. So let's see, which 9 are we going to give you? Got to get rid of those. Arts card and Noble Phantasm level by 1 up. It's fine. Arts card, I don't really care about arts. So Buster up and HP recovery. We're not recovering HP. Critical strength up. Quick card. Noble Phantasm gauge and Buster. Yeah, that sounds good. So we got those two. Mash will be there. And you know what? Let's get some more riders here just to use them. Let's see. I always forget that they're at the top. They always feel like they should be at the bottom. Let's go with you. And we can go with... Let's see. Let's go with you just to get you in here. I mean, we're probably not going to end up using him, but that's fine. And, actually, can we get you a better one now? We can definitely. So let's see. I want something big and good. Noble Phantasm gain 4-star. Yep, that sounds great. That sounds real nice. That should be good. All right. Let's go. Let's see what sort of crazy fight this is gonna be. Or is it just mostly gonna be just for fun, right? You're in this just for the story. I don't know. We'll see. I assume you need to have been beaten as Lostbelt to do this, so it's probably might be. Oh yeah, okay, all right. That's a bit. All right, what do you have? Gain resistance. So I'm guessing kill the books, and they do. Oh wow. Oh, there's a lot here. Okay. Yeah, this is way not what I expected. And what do they cast on death? Remove one. Oh, but they have guts. Okay. Okay, let's do this. So hopefully kill one. And he's gonna guts. There we go. Reading yellow page, charge gain, attack up. Okay, this is actually this is an interesting battle. This is pretty cool. So let's go 1, 2, 3 for now. Hopefully we'll kill the one in the back there. Come on. Alright, there's one. Reading the green page, charge gain. Oh, he's gaining a lot of charge, huh? Okay. Now, if he's going to do a reading... You know what? Let's stun him, actually. Because if he's going to do a reading, he'll gain the charge, then next time we can do it. Okay. So we'll go... Do you have one that gains you, Meteor? I've never... Increase all allies' attack. We'll pop that on, just because why not? C-Star drop rate up. Increase Noble Phantasm strength. Okay, in that case, let's go 1, 2, 3. We'll get your super, and we'll try that out there. Nice. That should get you down to your guts. Yep. Good. Growth. Reading the red page. Yeah. So the reading happens regardless, kind of. Okay. So we can pop that invincible on you. As for you... Well, we're going to pop your super then. Just to kill you, get that going. Right? So we'll go... Hityroi. And we'll be on you. And you two can get those. Again, that'll kill the one at the front. And go for the one at the back. I gotta remember to talk through these, because the Fate Zero music can actually be a problem. Is that gonna kill the one in the back too? Yes, nice. Nice. Oh, it just straight up killed him. I don't even know how, but I'll take it. Nice. Sacrifice. That was not nearly as bad as I expected, honestly. Alright. Oh, that one doesn't have guts. Alright. Cool. Pop an attack up then. And let's go... we'll do this for now here. Alright. I guess only the first two had guts. Nice! Good for us. Kill the one at the back. Yes. Or, well, the one in the front there. Alright. Nice. Good stuff. Sayonara, Iskandar. Your pillaging has sadly ended. Alright. Hey, Sakamoto. And let's go... What? You know what? Let's go... Just get you bigging up. Sadly, you can't use the remove debuff to remove the stun. But that's fine. This should finish things up. If we get both crits, at least. And we didn't. If we got both, we would have, but that's fine. Alright, well, time to go maximum overkill and show him the power of the elephant. How big can this elephant be? Stomping around London. That was a fun fight. That's a fun fight. I like it. And all it took was stomping around as some of the biggest dudes ever. Love it. No, that was fun. Well, let's get these books. The Ghost 2 Magus love books more than anyone else in human history has been defeated.
Quite. I am quite impressed at the power your soul possesses entirely as a result of your bibliophilia.
I mean, I guess.
Nonetheless, I assume our victory means you no longer have an issue with our plundering, that is, our digitizing your books.
Yes, I no longer have any issue with that. But I'm afraid that it still leaves 2 other matters that need to be resolved.
Oh, and what might those be?
First off, payment.
Yeah, I should have seen that coming.
We would never need concern ourselves with payment if we had simply plundered the books to begin with. But if this is your wish, Master, then so be it. I shall cover the charge myself.
You have a credit card?
Finally, there's one last important thing I must tell you.
Oh?
What is it? Why do you keep scooting away?
Yes, well, I am obviously haunting this bookstore. I only do so because I was a very devoted customer. I don't actually own it. Still, as I love books more than anything, I felt an obligation to my best to protect them. Which is why I'm going to use this money to open up my very own bookstore.
Get back here!
Tremendously silly event. Well, that turned out to be quite the fine mess. I still can't believe we end up having to fight it again. Good thing we skipped that.
Quite. I never thought a devoted bibliophile would exploit their bibliophilia for such blatant fraud and deception. And that half-hearted devotion makes it that much more difficult to deal with. It has been a long time since I so fervently wished to set someone atop a keg filled with gunpowder and set it alight.
Excuse me, coming through. Coming through? Excuse me, I said coming through. Move over already.
I beg your pardon.
I swear, you guys need to be way more aware of how much space you take up. Especially in the hallway. He does take up the whole hallway. I haven't had a talking to like that since I was a boy.
Quite. It has been a long time indeed since anyone reprimanded me. Once you become the Tsar, most people do not dare to so much as raise their voice in your presence, especially little girls like her. Excuse me, but would you mind making way? All right. I appreciate the attempt, but it's still a tight squeeze. Oppressors, you should refrain from standing side by side. You are both much too bulky for that. I don't think you're in any position to talk. I see. I had forgotten. I am an elephant now. It is no wonder I am so big.
What, you're telling me you really didn't know?
Indeed, I did not. I merely happened to look in a mirror for the first time in a long time.
That's sad, but also, I feel you, bro.
And thought, oh right, what am I now anyway?
I see you're just as audacious as your body is spacious. I finished reproducing the books. The copies turned out very well. Of course, once everything's back to normal, I'm afraid we'll have to destroy them. Why bother? What the higher-ups don't know won't hurt them. I see it takes audacity to know audacity. At any rate, I'm sure Murasaki will be thrilled. Let's go bring them to her, senpai.
Oh yes, I still need to see a sculptor about ordering a nameplate that says, The Ivan the Terrible Murasaki Shikibu, the beautiful Great Library of Alexandria. Yes, this will be an excellent library indeed. You too. A word.
Uh-oh. Because they're oppressors. Let me try saying it once again to see if I can get used to it. The Ivan the Terrible, Murasaki Shikibu, the beautiful Great Library of Alexandria. I just can't bear it. I have to refuse their kind but misguided offer, or I'll be so embarrassed I collapse into a pile of ether. It won't be easy, but I at least know that both Lord Ivan and Lord Iskandar are willing to listen to reason. I'm sure they'll let me remove my name from the library as long as I plead my case earnestly. I just have to do my best not to be so bowled over by their intimidating auras that I'm unable to get a word in. Hi, Murasaki. We're back. Oh, yes. Hello, Lady Mash, Master, Lord Ivan, and Lord Iskandar. Welcome back.
Take a look. Our book-finding expedition was a grand success. Indeed. A single race shift was all it took to find satisfactory spoils.
These are the copies we made from the data we brought back. Rare books, grimoires, limited editions, single print runs. So, where would you like us to put them? Oh my goodness, what an extraordinary selection of precious books. This is amazing.
On another note, Murasaki Shikibu, Ivan and I wanted to apologize about getting carried away with the name. Indeed. Spartacus showed us the error of our ways in no uncertain terms. He told us that it was the height of both tyranny and oppression to adorn the library with our names when you are its rightful custodian.
Oh yes, well, indeed, and he was right. If this land was ours to rule, putting our names on an institution would be considered a great honor.
But this is not our land, and so different considerations hold greater weight here. Indeed, Spartacus's argument was most convincing.
However, all that being said, we are still hoping you wouldn't mind leaving the adjectives associated with our names in the library's name.
Though, of course, those adjectives suit you just as well as they do us.
Murasaki, I think you're really going to want to be mentally present for this decision.
Which is why we have a new idea for this library's name. Indeed, one that preserves the best aspects of our last one.
I know where this is going.
The great and terrible yet beautiful Murasaki Shikibu Library. What do you think?
In one ear and out the other. Sure, that's fine. So many precious books. Oh.
Wonderful. I'm delighted to hear it. That just leaves the nameplate. Indeed. Worry not, Murasaki Shikibu. I will order it straight away.
Oh yes, we still need to decide whether to order its construction from gold or silver.
Whichever we choose, we could also have it decorated with diamonds.
Yes, I like the way you think. These two are great. I love the fact that these two are friends so much. Copies or not, I never dreamed that I would ever get my hands on such rare and precious books. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all so... Huh? Where is everyone? Huh. Oh no, did I... I'm sorry, Murasaki, but you're a bit too late. She's great. Oh, this was really good. Oh, this was great. Oh, there's more? Well, in spite of everything, it's still wonderful to have so many more rare books in the library. I'll have to write proper letters to Lord Ivan and Lord Iskandar, thanking them for their trouble. That being said, I found it. This must be the great and terrible yet beautiful Murasaki Shikibu Library I've heard so much about. The lovely nameplate makes it so very clear. Alright, it's time to dive into a good book. Whichever should I read first? That's the one part I just can't get used to. I hope it just sticks by now. There's more?
Read this treatise, and I'm certain you too will understand there are many different schools of thought.
Right.
I am also certain that the other Lostbelts you must face will vary greatly in shape and circumstance. I suspect I am only here now because I was defeated in mine. While I retain my consciousness from both the Lostbelt and proper human history, the reason why I chose this form over my more normal likeness from proper human history is not merely for its greater prowess in battle. I represent both victory and defeat. My role here as a heroic spirit is to guide you in your next steps. Remember this well, my master. I am simultaneously one defeated and one meant to oversee your journey. I am therefore placing all my trust in your conduct, your beliefs, your decisions. Indeed, I am in your very way of life. Betrayal will not be forgiven, not a betrayal of humanity, but of myself and those who watch over your journey with me. That is a sort of betrayal I will never forgive.
Wow. That's strange and poignant.
Did I scare you? My apologies. It is really quite simple. All you need do is live your life as you see fit. That is what I will place my trust in. To rule effectively, a king requires fear, the ability to reward his subjects, and exaltation from the same subjects. But to fight a king, a person needs only one thing: faith. I have never once lost faith in my decision to fight by your side. Now let us read the next book and allow our thoughts to wander where they may, for the road ahead is still long indeed.
That was a really, really good interlude. It both was fun and funny, but also simultaneously, like, it talked about the Lostbelts. So we get just increased buster resistance and attack up. Hey, sounds good to me. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? This is going to be a problem one. Good thing I don't want to do yours really right now. Instead, this is going to be interesting. Plus, I need some good assassins, and hey, you are one. So, you like a smiling flower. So we have Rider. So we do want a good assassin. And Berserker there. So, I mean, the ability to have you and him together would be kind of cool. So, let's switch you out for him, because, hey, I want to actually give him some use here. So we got you. Otherwise, let's get some more assassins, because I don't have... There we go. And you can become... Who else? Gray there. Okay. You know what? Just for the heck of it, let's bring you up. Yeah. And we'll give you... Oh, neither of you really want that. Noble Phantasm strength up sounds good, and this gets Arts card up and Noble Phantasm 50%. That actually means very little to you, so let's actually, let's switch those out. Okay. Yeah. Alright. This just seems like a fun team to put together. So let's do this. Let's see what his thing is. Again, there was a really cool line where Irie talks to him in the Ascension. It was just another job. To them, it was just another minute singularity. To me, it was a threat to be eliminated as a counter-guardian. There's no need to go into details. The target emerged and needed to be taken care of. I simply do what I was meant to do. I search for the enemy, engage and eliminate them. The fewer people I engage with, the better. At least, it's a personal choice of mine. Heroic spirits, heroes, many of those are mere shadows of mass murderers. In my opinion, they're all repulsive. I prefer not to be by their side when fighting. But working completely independently is also difficult. It must be because of my lack of freedom as a servant. Requiring Master to accompany us for race shifts is a pain, but I suppose that has turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Tanner, or Master, is quick to understand, and so we were progressing smoothly. This time is no different. A source of the minute singularity. Could be a fragment of a holy grail or a remnant of the original abnormality of my timeline. But they're all simple to track. Majority of them can be eradicated and handled with a single attack. Should it be a life form, we kill it. If it's an inanimate object, we destroy it. We seek it out, then swiftly. This time around, it's quite clear-cut. Must be a remnant of the many things you defeated. It's not as powerful as what we encountered in the final singularity. It's not alive, it's already dead. But it's taken in the shard of the Holy Grail. which then turned it into a minute singularity. What a pain. Far too many holy grails. And of course, shards in this grand order. Thanks for finding it so quickly. Finding the problem and dealing with it swiftly is my forte. I should be the one thanking you. I'm literally just realizing that his design with the red and then the black undercoat is Emiya. As in, you know, Archer Emiya. But, so, yeah, I guess you could have been like, oh, this is the assassin version of Shiro Emiya, but it's not. Huh, I never even put that together. Probably because I had him being under there. Spoiled right away, so... No, let's do it. I'm sure it's also tired of waiting for us. Commence battle. Understood, Master. God, the fact that we have, like... The fact that we have Emiya Assassin, Irie, 2 Ilias, and we have Miyu and Taiga. I just want all these characters to have happy stories with each other, you know. I clicked her and it was very strange because I'm like, that's not her voice. So let's get this. See, this is this assassin team is just cool to put together, right? Like, just look at it. Like, what a cool trio to go off of. You know what? Let's kill you here. Dang, that didn't kill. Windbreaker, Windbreaker. So we'll hold on to her super there. And let's go 1, 2... No, that I don't even need to do that. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Get lots of stars. Yep. Alright. Good stuff. Windbreaker. Alright. And let's do... Do you have a thing to do extra damage? I mean, you do, but let's hold on until we do your super later. Alright. Big crits. Nope, no crit. No crit. I can say that last one better. Dang. Alright. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Alright. Let's hopefully not die here. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Do as much as you can. You should probably kill. Yep. Yep. You almost got to 200%. Just about. Wow, yeah, no, we're doing this, huh? It's kind of cool we get to fight this. So, attack up. Strength up versus undead, I wonder if he counts. You can get this. This gives target focus to one ally. I love the fact you can give it to someone else. Don't really need that. I doubt you can be insta-killed. But why not? Let's give it a shot. This increases noble... Yeah, sure, let's go 200%. If we can get you down, that'd be hilarious. Crit strength up, we don't need to worry about that. Attack up for everyone. What's your overcharge do? Decreased charge, I don't need to worry about that. Your overcharge does Buster Card resistance for all enemies. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Let's give this a go. Big dumb supers one by one. God, the fact that he has the hood up and then takes it down, that's real rad. I never even noticed that detail. That's some good damage. That's for sure. Yo, the lines on the death god. Yo, that was cool. We got the lines on the pillar. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's go. That's the good stuff. Look at this perfect team. Oh, so good. It ends here, you worthless pile of nothing. I'm sure you're sick of living as an empty shell. He hates it. Just pop those eyes one at a time. Mission completed, Master. The minute singularity has disappeared. We should hurry back to Chaldea. Good work, Emiya. It was nothing. I just did my job. Okay. This is interesting. What are you two doing in front of Emiya's room? Wow! Tweet, 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 humming and whistling. It's actually a bit of a long story. It has nothing to do with the Holy Grail. I am like a divided spirit that poured out of the Holy Grail. That makes me unique among all the heroic spirits. But me standing right here is not related to that whatsoever. We're just taking a peek. Why don't you just talk to him? Yes, you're right. We know that's the right thing to do. But that man doesn't want to see us. Even when we speak to him, he just walks away. Honestly, we've run out of options. Oh, here he comes. Deploying Noble Phantasm Jaguar in the black. We'll make this place super dark. Come on, Miss Irie and Master, this way. Be like glue, stick together and become one with the darkness. My shadow. Is that a Noble Phantasm you don't use in battle? Like the dancer in the dark, perfect. Nobody can see us from the outside. It's a Negua-like presence concealment. Behold, I can even hide friends other than Jaguar. Wow, how wonderful. Yep, Miss Irie, you really are accepting and wonderful too. Now, you get a Jaguar stamp. Stamp! Once more for good measure. Oh, you should have played the sound. The sound of getting the Tiger Dojo stamp is iconic. You flatter me, Jaguar Warrior. By the way, it'll only work for Jaguar during battle. Obviously, I can't hide an entire group in the middle of a fight. That'd be broken. Our prey is heading towards the command room. Come on, let's tail him. Roger that. Come on, Master, you two. Hold your breath and follow us. We're in this together now. Chaldea has enough stalkers. Yeah, Jaguar thinks so too. I'm a teacher after all. But they say, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and a blaze for a bunion. It's Emiya's fault for being so secretive. Even Big Sis thinks... No, that's not my point. Even I'm concerned for him. What in the world happened to him to make him act like that? What's with the dark, gloomy aura? If we leave him alone, he's definitely gonna die alone. Yes, I just can't sit idly by and watch that happen to him. Oh my god, we're doing exactly what I wanted. I love it. Oh, well, he was speaking. I thought they were just staring at each other. I was like, I love when they just do the silent acknowledgement, right? But it appears he was speaking with that archer. What were they talking about? Let's go ask. Meow, Emiyan. The Emiyan who at least makes me feel kind of comfortable. She appeared out of nowhere again. Hello, jungle spirit. What business do you have with me? You're one of the few people who treats me properly as a spirit. I positively love that. I'm compelled to send over a nice hawk carcass or something as a gift, but now's not the time. What were you hawking about? That was a lame pun, but hopefully you didn't notice her true intent. The assassin, he left already, so hopefully it's not that obvious. Oh my, wait a minute. Does this mean we lost sight of him? Oh well. After all, no matter how chaotic and full of ulterior motives your actions are, at least it's all usually done with the best intentions. Yep, that's because I'm an animal. He asked about my magical energy consumption during battle. I answered as best I could.
Oh, that's insignificant.
Yes, that's quite ordinary.
Whatever, I'm got to go first, Emiya. Shut up. Or actually, maybe you should be second. Anyway, until next time, it would be nice if you made some good tapas.
Shut up!
So I can have a nice drink soon. Jaguar Warrior, wait.
This is really silly. Okay. Huh. Yes, I spoke briefly with him. We spoke about what to be mindful of when battling in groups. Other than that, nothing else significant. Yes, I did just speak with him. We talked about battles in the singularity. It wasn't that long of a conversation. I actually had some questions for him of my own, but that should be for another time. We spoke on various topics in Magecraft. He asked me a few things about Grand Magecraft and Ritualistic Magecraft, mainly about Mystic Codes, and about the magical energy consumed when using things like that. It was quite insignificant. It could have been covered in a few short words, really. He was likely... No, I'd rather not. This isn't something to involve myself in based solely on speculation.
We lost him. Big Sis is appalled.
She looks happy, actually. Yes, you're right. I'm just happy. I was worried he was all alone in Chaldea. That's what I've been concerned about this whole time. But it's always been on my mind. But maybe that was just my selfishness talking. No matter which what-if version of him would appear, to think that I would be needed. I am such a greedy woman. I may not look like it, but I'm supposed to be a mature wife. You are!
For Master Irie to say words like mature and white without hesitation, she has so much adultness.
Oh, you think so? And what exactly is adultness?
This Jaguar's moved. I'm at a loss, but I haven't lost the game. Never surrender! Remember to always be a tough cookie and to grin and bear it. Damn it, we're gonna play again for real soon.
Good work? I managed to get away. Oh, what a pain. Divided spirits like goddesses. Two special servants. Having their attention is nothing but trouble. First servant, Hiersfield von Einsburn. Second servant, Jaguar Warrior. Those two seem to want to talk to me excessively, and it's obvious that they don't like me to be isolated in the way I prefer. That's why I sought out other servants to talk to. I'm not used to conversing with heroes of the past. I'm assuming Elmaloy II must have caught on, but he's not one to talk. He's that kind of a man. Now, are those two servants satisfied? It really is a pain in the ass. This is nothing new. This isn't the first time I felt the burning gaze of two servants in Chaldea. It's none of their business. I suppose their interest stems from knowing another version of me from some other version of history. Or something like that. Stupid. Whoever they know, he is not me. Yes, you're right. A different person. But there must be some sort of connection between us, though you may not believe it. And besides, my dear, you're watching me, following me with those eyes, at times sometimes. How dare you enter someone else's room? You're like an assassin. Stop reading others' minds. I know that as a divided spirit of a holy grail, which makes you part of a powerful wish-granting device. Reading one's mind may just be second nature to you, but it's annoying to me. I'm sorry. I never meant to annoy you, nor do I wish to take an interest in the version of me in this world. Or want you to take an interest, but, you know, to see you so alone is very painful for me. That's your problem. That's your problem. You're right. Not getting involved with others is my decision. Kirtsugu? Don't call me that. So, you do know that name. Please get out. A day may come when the two of us speak. But it's not today, Hiersfield von Einsburn. Yes. I'm sorry, Assassin. The terminal of the Holy Grail, transformed from an Einsburn homunculus, shall be one formidable opponent. Oh my god, we're actually doing this. I just saw Castor run out of Assassin's Room crying. You're right, it seems that way. What does that mean? And why is my heart racing so much right now? Who knows? Maybe because you're such a simple-minded brat. I mean, you just saw your parents get into an argument as superheroes. Like, I guess that makes sense. Deal defense ignoring damage. Ooh, nice. Oh, and his profile's been updated too. So let's see here. An assassin materializes as an agent of the counterforce. Origin, that's interesting. I would think it would just say Fate 0, but Far East, chaotic evil, male's personality is close to that of his youth. Originally, he was not a heroic spirit. He killed so many people as an assassin, but his existence did not ascend to the throne of heroes. He's a pseudo-heroic spirit known as a guardian, and in the proper course of human history does not exist. Only when a threat attempts to destroy human history itself from its foundation, only in a grand order does this possibility exist. Grace to the Holy Grail. He is deeply loved by the Grail of a certain era. That love rivals the greatest curse in the world. This existence raises luck stat greatly. He can prevail over certain abilities that can only be broken in certain conditions. This good luck, however, mercilessly steals away the happiness of others. Wow. Chronos Rose. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Old time is still flying, and this flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. The power to control the flow of one's own time stream. Based off of Time Alter, the ability he possesses in life. By accelerating time stream, he can attack faster, move quickly, and by slowing his biorhythms, he can perform stealth actions. As a noble phantasm, he can perform near invincible ultra-high-speed combination attacks. As a result of the Einspurner's refusal to hire outside masters, he never met the wife he was supposed to meet, and thus never suffered the heartache of parting with her. In the end, his iron heart remained as iron, and his emotions eventually withered away with time. At the end of his life, his soul was offered to the counterforce. Jeez! That's rough, man. So yeah, if you go to Ascension 4, you get this.
結局僕にできることなんてこれしかない。アサシンのサーバント。正義の味方の末路としては気の利いたブラックジョークだよ。
切り継ぐ。声が届かなくとも、私だけは。
Yeah, so you get that little thing, which is, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so those were two good little events. We'll see if we do more. We'll see, because we still got more that I want to do, for sure. However, there's also some that I just want to do for fun. But yeah, sounds good. We'll see if we have time for that. We probably will, honestly. We probably will. But thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Whether it's the... when does this actually come out? Does it actually say? I don't actually know. I don't actually know the date. Schedule, it just says 2021. I don't think we actually know the date. It just says come in December. Right? So... we'll see. Well, maintenance. Let's see here. Scheduled maintenance. During the specific period. Okay, they're just ending the Thanksgiving. Improvement of translation. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Ciao.
Yo, nobody's